Good evening, Greg here, burning both ends, burning on the back end of Thursday. It is 10:17 p.m. Pacific. It is the 6th of September, 2018, and we are rocking and rolling with the Fundraise Up opportunity. Had a fantastic call this morning with a very good friend of mine named Bonnie. Bonnie lives in Florida. I've known Bonnie since 2010-ish. She was part of my very first startup and a huge influence on my second startup, and just a great friend, and just I fully respect Bonnie. She's amazing. And we've kept in touch this whole time. So the last time we actually worked together was probably 2013-ish, 14-ish, but we've just kept in touch. Just an amazing person. And so, of course, with the Fundraise Up opportunity, I wanted to reach out, see if she wanted to help out, and she has come through with some amazing contacts. And so this morning we had a call with Peter and Suzanne. So Peter's the founder of Fundraise Up, Suzanne is the sales lead, and they're both amazing people as well. And the coolest part, I have to say, was bringing the three of them together. And we were all on the phone, so we weren't like together, but we were together on the phone, right? Because Suzanne and Peter are in New York City, in Albany, California, and Bonnie's in Melbourne, Florida. And so just to bring the three of them together and sit back and watch them connect and share, and just, it was just awesome. It was so cool just to bring together like-minded people. And this is something that I've learned in my entrepreneurial and my aspirations for being a true entrepreneur, is how important the team is, how critical, and just it's so important. And this goes back to much earlier posts about this pro bono startup work that I was doing. And a major point of that pro bono work was to have a low barrier to entry on these startups, so I could start to just play with these different teams and see what they were like. That was like the biggest deal, or one of the biggest reasons I was doing it, is to understand team dynamics, how to look at a team and assess a team. Because I just know it's so great, because the idea can change, right? The pivot, it can be a pivot, and now it's a new market, a new idea and a new market, right? But the team remains the same, right? That's what's so critical. The team is the same. And so just back to the calls, we had a great call, shared some stories, and then now we're on a path to Bonnie, introducing some very important people to us, and we're really appreciative, and we'll see, how much of the process Bonnie wants to be involved in. It's kind of open to her. And just rock and roll, because I got this $30 million 17-week goal here, and I'm kind of glad that that's ridiculously unreasonable, because I'm gonna push and do all I can to make that happen. And what I'm realizing is that Bonnie is critical to that this morning. And then I had another meeting today with another. I would say he's a good friend of mine. I've only known this man for a few years, but we've connected a lot. We work together, and so we had a chat today, and I'm working on. I'm not working. I have this theory that everybody I talk to knows somebody that Fundraise Up can help, either directly or indirectly, right? So someone knows someone who knows a nonprofit, or someone knows someone who works at a nonprofit, or someone knows, it's, and I've been, I'm not sure what the percentage is, I've been keeping track, but most people fall in this category of, I tell them what I'm doing, I say, hey, is there someone you can introduce me to? And it's amazing how many people not just come up with one, but come up with, hey, I know 3 nonprofits, or hey, I got a friend that works at this one, and I donate to this one, or I know the executive director of that one. So it's just incredible. And so, good friend of mine, David, chatting today, and it turns out that his sister-in-law is a big nonprofit person, and she, anyway, so he's going to probably introduce me to her, which is just fantastic. It's amazing how people want to help. And I couldn't think of a better thing to do than to put my effort into getting nonprofits more donation money. I mean, that is the blood, the life of a nonprofit. And the more I talk to nonprofits, the more I understand how brutal and competitive that world is, and any edge that they can have is just huge. And so to give them that edge, it's great. And just to be in the space is great. To be working with Peter and Suzanne, and to and also I love the fact that I'm going through my network and asking for help, because A, I have a hard time asking for help. B, people want to help, and also it just gives me a good reason to circle back to people I haven't spoken to. Well, that was a weird voice crack. People I haven't spoken to in years, or maybe even just months, or a month, or people that maybe I've helped in the past, and now is an opportunity for them to help me, or just, I don't know, it's a great reason to connect with people, because, we're talking about really having impact, and I just find that to be just incredible. So psyched about that. And then as far as the 9 to 5 goes today, we're wrapping up the HPD project, and I just moved offices, so it's been kind of a weird couple of days, but we had a really cool meeting today. One of the 2 new projects that I'm managing, we were tweaking some of the design, and so we had this big meeting with a lot of important people, and I was kind of the center of the meeting because I came with the computer and the CAD, and I'm the project manager, so I'm kind of, it's important. It's not so much that I'm running the meeting, because I don't have the technical background to run a meeting like this, because it has to do with things that are, not my expertise, but my expertise is in the project management side and the tracking of all the ideas and the running down of the ideas and then presenting them back to the group. And so that's where my expertise goes. It has to do a lot of CAD work, layout work, and just being able to kind of track the meeting and document the meeting and make sure that all the actions are followed up on. Trivial work, for the most part, but unbelievably important, and something that I find this is the work that typically nobody wants to do, right? So I'm amazed, I have to say, at my 9 to 5, how many people show up to meetings, and I think I've said this before, without pen and paper, without writing things down. I'm like, how are you going to remember all? We just talked for a half an hour about 100 different things, and we just probably made 50 decisions, or maybe we presented 20 or so different paths to take. I mean, it's amazing how people don't write this down. So I'm a big proponent of writing this stuff down, and then what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to send out the notes to everybody just to make sure I got it right, and that also gives anyone a chance to say, hey, you got that wrong, or you forgot this, or that way a month from now, right, when we make a decision on something, or 2 months from now, everyone had the opportunity to come to the table and correct something I said wrong, or to add something I forgot. It creates a real solid kind of team effort, I find. And it's not, the purpose is not to point a finger later. The purpose is to say, hey, this was brought by everybody, and it was the conclusion of the whole team that this was the right thing, or that by adding A, B, and C and correcting D, now that's the right thing that we all came up with, and that's what we should move forward on. You get buy-in. That's the critical thing. It's not finger pointing, it's buy-in. Because finger pointing doesn't really do much. It doesn't help the team. I'm working on getting rid of the blame aspect of my behavior, and this is a piece of it. This is a way to do it. Is I remove the blame thing by making all the information transparent so anyone can contribute, and I really appreciate when folks get back and they contribute. So very good stuff today. And so I'll wrap there. So really excited. Exciting week 1 of 17 with Fundraise up. Week 1 of, I'm not sure how many weeks, right? I think the 2 projects are one's 12 months, one's 18 months at work, so whatever that is, right? 52 and 70, 76, 77 weeks-ish. So rock and roll. So this is documenting my journey as an aspiring entrepreneur. This is a very exciting time for me. It's almost like, I mean, it's gonna sound a little cheesy, but it's almost like it's like fake. It's, I've been thinking about this stuff so hard since the beginning of the year. Actually, I mean, it goes back several years, but really focusing down beginning of this year. I mean, a lot of work was done in 16 and 17 to get me ready for this. So, it's not an overnight success. And they're, just slow down, Greg, right? This is not I mean, there are successes here, but, it's still head down, grind. A lot of hard work is to come, and I'm excited for the hard work. That's what I'm excited for. I'm excited for the hard work. I'm excited that I'm enjoying this grind. I'm excited for that. I haven't been in this specific space, I'd say, since I ran the automation company in Sarasota. When I first got into that, I was really excited for the grind. And then when we moved back, I'm kind of correcting myself here. And then when we moved back to Albany, and I started, my current 9 to 5, I was excited about that. I have to admit, got disappointed when I started to see how some twists and turns didn't go my way, and I should really post about that and really get into that in great detail. I think that would be very good to document that part of my career, the first couple years where I currently work, and then to where I've gotten to now. So, but pretty much what I'm summing up is that I've been doing a lot of work, to search and to find and to manifest. And stuff is showing up, and I'm excited for that stuff that's showing up. So this is my journey here. So subscribe if you like what you hear. I'd love to hear about your journey. Comment down below. If you have any questions or I can be of any help, please ask. I'd love to be of service. I'll do whatever I can to help you out. That's about it. So check out the description. Some good links down there. A beat in the background. G Money's my alter ego. I write these beats. Check them out on SoundCloud if you like that kind of thing. And that's it. So get some sleep here. Get up tomorrow. It's Friday. You know how I feel about Friday. Friday's a really good day to get ahead. I am planning to get ahead tomorrow. There's no doubt about that. And light it up, inspire folks, do great things, and I will end you in the morning.